So a whole lot went down in Dragon Ball Super Chapter 55. We got more advancements on Vegeta's training. We got Vegeta fighting against somebody from seemingly the Zarbon race. I'm not sure if that race has a name, but Uzun. We also got some stuff, big revelations with Merus, his identity, who he's related to, and so much more. This chapter of Dragon Ball Super, last chapter of 2019, and they made sure to give us a nice bang and get us set up for 2020. Let's talk about it. No matter how you move, get it done. No matter how you move, get it done. So, Dragon Ball Super Chapter 55 picks up, of course, from where the last one left off, with Whis and the Grand Priest having their conversation about Merus, and we find out everything about Merus now. It's been a while. I was hoping like this chapter would, and it delivered very greatly regarding Merus's identity. According to the Grand Priest, he sent them to basically learn. He sent them to Universe 7 to kind of experience things and get a broader understanding, which I'm curious why. Was it that he was just like very sheltered or coddled, or why exactly he wanted him to learn? Is that just something that the angels in general all have to go through at some given point, or why in particular the Grand Priest sent Merus on this quest, and that he was dangerously close to breaking the rules? Because we all know, as it's been stated many times, angels aren't allowed to get involved in things. And if you think about it, Merus has kind of been getting involved in things, even in the fight against Moro, despite the fact that he's been using human, or not even human, but like, only weapons and stuff like that, and not his true power. He still has kind of been meddling to a certain degree. But I guess you could also throw the argument that, well, if that's the case, Whis has meddled in, because remember, he rewinded time from when Frieza blew up Earth. So there's the argument there that Whis already broke the rules long ago, and a lot harder. So I don't think Merus shooting his little gun and jumping in on some stuff with the Galactic Patrol is a big deal. And the Grand Priest basically says, he didn't use his full powers, which, yeah, Whis, maybe he should be a rat. No, let me stop. And it's interesting how when Whis was talking to the Grand Priest, he's like, well, I've trained humans before. And the Grand Priest is like, yeah, but you did it for food. I'm wondering if that was a kind of cover-up that Whis used to begin with to kind of evade the whole idea of, again, he's breaking the rules. Because obviously these angels, they seemingly, not all of them, because we've seen some in other universes, like in the Tournament of Power, they kind of seemed a little bit like assholes. But at the very least, Whis and Merus, they want to help out. So probably that was like Whis' cover-up to the Grand Priest of like, yeah, I was doing it for the food, man. I like me some sweets. I like me some good grub, so to speak. So I'm wondering if that's why Whis has been using that as a cover, or they at the very least are writing it that way of, yeah, he did it for the food, or it could just be that, yeah, he did it for the food. And of course, Whis heads out to go collect Merus, because the Grand Priest is like, I don't want to lose an angel, which it would have been interesting if he said another angel. And it's also interesting the fact that he said, I don't want to lose an angel, and he didn't say, I don't want to lose my son, because of course what we find out later in the chapter. But nevertheless, I guess he really abides by the rules, and he would actually eradicate Merus if he would have went the long route and actually did some damage to Moro and used his full powers. Then we cut to Vegeta on Yardrat, and he's continuing his training. They actually announced that he's actually already surpassed what Goku did, and he's doing very good in his training, which it's been a minute that he's been there already. So yeah, good thing that there's already some advancement. And then they mentioned that Vegeta's not quite ready for learning healing techniques. And to be honest with you, as cool as it would be, or not even as cool, as useful as it would be for Vegeta to be able to heal, I'm kind of glad that they said like, oh yeah, that's some advanced level shit, you're not ready for that. Because let's be honest, who wants to see Vegeta being like the healer of the squad, like the big badass, the one that is like Leroy Jenkins and the lead of shit is gonna be healing people now? So I'm kind of glad that even though that's one of the techniques, and who knows, maybe he could learn a very small moderate version of it that, like, he could do it one time during a battle. At the very least, he can't reach that, because I don't know, I just don't want to see Vegeta becoming like what Dende was on Namek. And honestly, this chapter gave me quite a few vibes of the Namek arc in a way, because of course, he's with these alien people, and then we got Moro's people attacking Yardrat, and then we got, of course, Uzun, that he seemingly is from Zarbon's race, because he looked like Zarbon, had the transformation, had the little bell in front of his forehead. And thankfully we've come a long way since the days of Vegeta struggling against Zarbon. That would have been ridiculous if Vegeta was like, I can't do anything. Also felt a little bit convenient that they went all the way out and found Yardrat, and that was one of their targets. I mean, I think it was more so of a way of giving the information to Vegeta without somebody else reaching out to tell him that, hey, Earth is on Moro's course. He's about to head there. So it kind of gave him an idea of like, I need to hurry up because my home planet where I love my family and everything is going to be in danger soon. So I guess that's probably why they did it, of having like this guy say like, yeah, man, Earth is our next course. Like, thanks for handing in this information without no reason to hand it in. And it's interesting how instant transmission is considered the basics of their techniques. I mean, one of the most useful things in the Dragon Ball franchise that Goku has used time and time again to dash across the universe is a basic technique, and Vegeta's like, I don't want to learn. To be honest with you, I don't think Vegeta will learn that in general. Like, that's one technique that even if he learns it, I think it'll be like some type of variation, just because it's a signature thing of Goku. If Vegeta has it, it kind of takes one more unique trait away from Goku, and I just don't see Vegeta learning that. In fact, he even says like, I don't got time for that right now, fam. Teach me something useful. I need to take this Moro dude down. Like, stop the nonsense. And then in the fight against Uzun, Vegeta goes in, and of course Uzun really ain't no match against him. And it's interesting when Vegeta launches one of his attacks that, you know, he kind of learned from Yardrat, and it kind of looked like Spirit Gun from Yu Yu Hakusho. He like just points a finger and blasts, and he's just in awe of like what he did. It even gave me vibes of like when Gohan first learned of the power he unlocked from the old Kai. Kind of gave me that vibe of Vegeta being just so shocked, like, damn, I've advanced that much already, when he did the Spirit Gun. I'm gonna call it the Spirit Gun. I'm gonna say Vegeta's running around with a Spirit Gun now. It just looked like it. It was awesome like it. I like it. And Vegeta goes in on a quick battle with Uzun, which again, I had no expectation. It was just more so like a very quick skirmish. I didn't expect Uzun to be able to do much. Again, if he's part of the Zarbon's race, and I'm not saying that Zarbon was the peak of his race or anything like that, but like, come on, we're like 10 million years away from the Namek arc with Zarbon being a threat, and they go at it for a little bit. We see one of the things where, if you see my spoiler video I was talking about, where the guy, the Uzun, was able to use some of his ki and attach it to, I don't know if that was a part of a house or a building, or was that a spaceship, I don't know what the hell that was, that he threw at Vegeta, and was able to harden it and use it to basically like make it more of a weaponized thing. So that's where we're starting to see more and more of those techniques being implemented into the manga, and that's also a good thing. Like I said in my spoiler video, kind of making things a little more complex than just punches and kicks. And I think the Moro arc has kind of done that better than almost any arc thus far in the series, where it's really showing different techniques that they're learning. Of course, Goku is mainly still trying to learn how to use Ultra Instinct at will, but Vegeta is the one that's getting all these various techniques that he's learning. Even though the Spirit Gun shot that he basically did, yes, I'm referring it to Spirit Gun, I know I'm going to keep doing that. It kind of looked basic, but from what that guy, the Uzun, was able to do, I'm hoping that they incorporate more of that stuff. It's making it shake up a little bit and not just be, again, the standard punch, blast, yeah, repeat. And I ain't gonna lie, Uzun was a bonehead. He was an absolute idiot. Like, he got destroyed and murdered by his own damn doing when he threw the building, and it eventually hit him as he's trying to escape, even though Vegeta would have taken him out in a heartbeat anyway. But yeah, he was pretty idiotic, and I guess that's how you explain why he would spill the beans of what Moro's next plan was, where he's going to Earth and everything. He was just an idiot. He was an idiot from the Galactic Patrol, so kind of makes sense in that regard of like, yeah, he spilled the beans, he killed himself on accident. Like, Uzun was just a plot device to deliver that information for Vegeta, and also just show off a little bit of what he's been doing on Yardrat. But also it shows, again, a more advancement in Vegeta, the fact that he's like, oh, Earth is okay for now, which, again, Yardrat is very, very far away. It took Goku forever to get from Yardrat back to Earth, back after the Namek arc, but the fact that Vegeta is able to sense all the way over there, that's a huge advancement for him. And it shows that everything that he's doing on Yardrat is actually adding to something. I'm liking that, because again, Yardrat is a ways away from Earth. So Vegeta being able to sense that everything is okay over there, they're not going to need King Kai as much anymore, which is a shame. But the voice actor, because you know this is going to go to an anime at some given point, I'm imagining that's why they're having alternatives to being able to sense things from far away and all that stuff, to not have any really involvement with King Kai anymore. Now Vegeta can do it. And then we get a shot of Moro, which I always get annoyed where, like, okay, when there's a little bit of a time skip going on and training going on, like for example when Cell gave them that reprieve of, what was it, a week or so to train up and stuff like that, Moro, because he senses that Vegeta's still alive, and at this point it's like becoming a game for him, he's like, okay, well, I'm gonna absorb more and get stronger as well. He's getting stronger, I'm gonna do the same thing. So we're not gonna get the same Moro either when the battle returns. He's probably gonna have better techniques, or his, you know, ability to absorb is gonna be massive, or who knows, maybe he won't feel like he needs to absorb because he's going to be so damn strong when the fight goes on, and that'll be his undoing because, as you know, that ability was one of the biggest things that gave him the edge. In fact, when OG-73 went up against Gohan and them, that again gave him the edge. If he doesn't feel that he needs to use that ability come the next time they battle, that could again be his undoing. Then we cut back to Goku versus Merus, you know, the training that they got going on, and Merus, as he's about to go all out, gets interrupted by Whis. And man, I'm not gonna lie, even though, yeah, I don't want to see him eradicated because these angels, they don't play. Like, they're strict by the rules. The Grand Priest will kill his own damn son for disobeying the rules, but he was just about to go all in against Goku, and who knows, at this point I'm imagining Goku's probably able to go into Ultra Instinct at will, because if that's been the focus of their training, he was probably just about to go into it, which makes sense why it would be necessary to interrupt it, because you got to save that ideally for the battle with Moro, or who knows if he learned something even different besides Ultra Instinct, or an even more refined version of Ultra Instinct, since he's been training with Merus in this hyperbolic time chamber and whatnot. And we get the reveal, like I said earlier in the video, that Merus is Whis' brother. That's interesting, is, you know, extending the family bloodline. But again, I'm wondering, why is it that he was sent on this mission, his brother in particular? Whis obviously has a good heart and cares for him. You know, he goes all the way out here to stop him before he breaks the rules, because if he would have used his angel powers for, even if it's for training, which if you got to think about it for a second, look how strong Whis is if he actually never really used his full potential in the battles or the training of Goku and Vegeta. Because if he had, again, he would have been up on the chopping block for eradication. So that just goes to show what level Whis is on. He's on a whole other playing field. Like, they haven't even begun to see exactly how strong the angels are, which I hope one day we get to see. Like, that'll be the day when we know that, okay, a villain is ridiculously strong, when they're able to just straight up kill somebody like Whis, or, you know, battle somebody like Whis and really put them on their ass, because they're on a whole other level. Because Merus, everything that he did in the Moro arc up until now was without using his real power. He hasn't used it yet. And Whis, before revealing that that's the only way angels can die is if they're eradicated for breaking the rules, takes Merus and bounces, leaving Goku there to figure out that spaceship. Even though, you know, maybe it's just that the alien technology that spaceship in particular inhabits is just vastly different, because let's go back a little bit again to Namek, which this whole arc just reminded me of like Namek in a way, or this whole chapter gave me like Namek vibe. Didn't Goku learn how to use Frieza's ship within seconds of having to get off of planet Namek? And now he, you know, in this one, he's like, how am I supposed to do this? You'll figure it out, fam. You did that in seconds, a couple minutes, you'll be able to do it. Overall, this chapter, absolutely amazing. A lot of big revelation. Merus' identity of being an angel, also being Whis' brother, Vegeta's advancement, cool throwback to Zarbon, Goku seemingly at the end of his training. I think we got the 2-month time skip as well, so the battles is about to begin, starting with next chapter. Very, very big advancements. Honestly, one of the better chapters that we've gotten recently of Dragon Ball Super. 55 was absolute fire. Curious what you guys think about this though. For starters, why do you think is it that Whis hasn't ever gotten in trouble? Because he's meddled in more than anything that Merus did, and they were saying basically that Merus is dangerously close to breaking the rules. Whis used his powers to rewind time. Whis trained Goku and Vegeta, and I mean, I guess you could throw the argument again that he really wasn't using any of his true powers, which again, that shows where he's at. But do you think one of the reasons why Whis kind of has been thrown in, oh, I just did it for the food, was to show that he really wasn't trying to meddle in, and it was just like a kind of quick, selfish, funny gag? Also, what do you think, why is it that Merus was sent to kind of learn about things to begin with? Is that like part of an angel's journey as they're getting, you know, more established, or was it just in particular with Merus? Maybe he's a problem child. And what do you think about Vegeta's new spirit gun that he used on Uzun? Again, cool throwbacks to Namek. Honestly, this whole thing just, again, gave me those vibes. Really awesome stuff, and I can't freaking wait for the next chapter. Goku and Vegeta are ready. Moro's about to get them beats. Them paws is gonna be thrown. That's all I have for this one, though. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. If you liked anything I had to say or enjoyed the video, drop me a like. I'd greatly appreciate it. And if you want more from me, make sure to subscribe. Follow me on Twitter, Instagram, hit that bell to get all notifications. And if you want to follow any of my other social media, links of course are in the description below. I'm ForneverWorld, and as always, people, have an awesome day, and remember the golden rule: anime and manga for life. Bye. Have an awesome day. Peace in. See you in 2020 for chapter 56 of Dragon Ball Super. Let's go.
Enjoy the next ride, but I was the best ride. But I